Welcome back, everyone, to the VR League here at the ESL studios in Cologne, Germany. We're underway now with our final match of the day. We will get to see Gravity again, so we will get to see your Bays, your favorite team here so far. Not an unbiased caster at all. I mean, sorry, you're totally unbiased.
Gravity Joseph right underneath the shirt.
I actually would have laughed if you did. Up against Giggles and Screams, so that's going to be an interesting game. I'm imagining their comms are very giggly and very screamy.
That one was so bad. I can't.
I actually wish you stayed silent longer because the camera switched to you right when I finished, and you're just like,
I can't
have to work with this guy, right?
Yeah.
whatever. So we've had already 4 games today. Well, 3.5, 3 and a third,
and the third, yeah,
something like that. I believe Gravity did win because they're 3-0 up against Giggles and Screams, who are 2-1. So if Gravity win this, I think there's a good chance they could be putting themselves through as the top dog, because obviously you have to compare them, or the top dog from the second group versus the first group to see which team does go through. But we actually are underway with the game. Giggles and Screams on the orange side and Gravity on the blue. Affentair, Viatrex, and Martin III. We've already saw some great quarterback play out of Martin and great passing out of them. But Giggles and Screams be a big victory for them if they can take this off of TeamGravity.
I just love, oh, that was a quick one. I just want to say something, but TeamGravity, they go for the first score here with Martin III. He was able to score a great straight-up goal, but Quantum Boredom on Giggles and Scream, that is just a great combination, I have to say that. I really like it. But Gravity, they got the lead early on. First few seconds, they managed to score a goal, but I'm pretty sure that this is not over yet. Giggles and Scream, they won 2 so far. They lost 1 single match, and I'm pretty sure they don't want to add another to that, but instead go 3-1 here against Gravity.
All right, so we've seen how Gravity can score and how they can play here. Ooh, that's a good pass to see. Comes in from the long shot. Not going to connect, though. Won't be able to land in as Martin does secure that one again. Goes for the pass. Goes a little bit deep, but does hit his own island. And now the pushing comes in from Quantum. And Quantum Boredom has a decent break here on the low-end side of the arena. Coming in from the bottom. Gets the softball pass, but you know what? It's not going to work out for him. Gets caught out by Affentair, who gets the solid clear. And Luke is coming across. It's Martin. He's in the lead. He's got a chance to pick this up. He bounces off the island. He has an easy shot. And guess what? Gravity are now leading 4-0.
Yeah, both goals were done by Martin III. I mean, obviously he had a bit good pass here with that bounce of half the backboard, basically, right in front of the goal. Quantum Boredom, you talked about that, like his breakaway, but you saw that was a quick throw, really, like that was fast. But the goalie was just waiting for it.
I think he had someone off to his side, which is why he had to clear the disc like that. He couldn't just hold on to it and delay it a little bit longer, which I agree. I would like to have seen him be a little bit more patient. We're going to have now Nada be the quarterback here as he goes for a very quick toss, but you know what? The bounce works out for him. He does get around the defending squad, but again, Martin's going to be there. He gets the clear himself, looking to daisy chain across the map here. 24-17, Affentair and Viatrex have been able to do it. And look at this, these breakaways. Oh my lord, they lost control of the disc. They had an easy score here. Gravity have already proven to be the better team when it comes to movement, and a great little pass off the ground against follow-up pass back to Martin. It just seems like they're toying with the prey here.
Yeah, they had the empty goal, weren't able to score, but they're still in possession of the desk. That was a great pass right in front of the goal. Still, Viatrex wasn't able to get it in. They might lose it. Now Viatrex still back. They just hold on to the disc, and then it's Martin III doing his hat trick here, starting off with 3 goals. You know how you remember the child game where someone stands in the middle and people just throw the ball above them or around them?
Monkey in the middle?
Yeah, I only know the German word for it, so that's all right.
People stood in a circle and did that? It was usually like 3 people, whereas like me, a producer in the middle, then you, and I throw it to each other. They did it in a circle?
Oh, as well,
that's
yes.
so mean.
Yeah, that is just my life at school. Okay, let's
were you the kid in the center or were you on the outside?
No, it's all good, but that's how it looked there at the goal of Giggles and Scream, and was Gravity getting another goal.
I don't like that instant clear, that instant pass out of Nada, because there's no pressure on this player. Again, I don't know if it's man or woman. But there's no pressure on Nada at all. He could have pushed up a little bit further, and then he would have been a little bit closer to his team to make potentially like a 3-on-1 break happen. And now the stun comes in. Viatrex trying to go to the high on. He's going to be looking for a pass over to Martin. Can Martin be the 4th? And know it. He won't be able to because Viatrex is going to get it himself. Martin, you only get 3, hence your name. And you already got those done in this match.
I mean, a 3-point on top of the hat trick from Martin III already. That puts them up to 9. And it seems like Giggles&Screams is currently not up to the pace. Gravity,
I think they're more screaming right now at each other instead of giggling since they're losing.
and maybe they're crazy
Actually,
and just giggling about losing.
You know, that is true. They could be the Joker pretty much.
Yeah.
But we can actually hear their comms, I believe, both teams at the same time. If we can go and take a listen in with that, if production's hearing my heat and call. Well, there's the answer there.
Did Caster School never tell you to not call out production?
Oh no, I love to. I love to. I like to keep people on their toes. So they get the disc cleared towards the back end side of Gravity's play area. And 2 players sticking to each other. Gets a nice little toss out. And
Gravity with the clear here.
Oof. So number 42, Quantum Boredom. Got a great stun. He actually got a punch boost off of one player on Team Gravity's side, able to get to the disc quick enough and actually disengage him. And that was a great punch yet again, coming from Affentary. He actually gets the grab, gets the punch. He's looking for the clear, though. He does get it, but right into the hands of Quantum Boredom, who loses control of it. Butterfingers should be his new name. And now Nada going for the pass. He's wide open, and it's going to hit the edge of the rim again. The ding. Giggles&Screams, that was your chance to get a point on the board.
Yeah, very unlucky. But there was once again no reason for that clear. But Viatrix is super quick. Might be able to get the disc here, but it was Z that stole it there. Now in the goal. Can she block it? Didn't really need it to.
I was
Missed
expecting
the goal here.
I was expecting a pass there, actually, behind the goal to kind of like
I
catch him
wasn't
off
sure
guard,
if
play
that
monkey in
was
the middle.
shot at the goal or not.
Oh, there you go. There's the
Bouncing off
boost.
each other, great.
Okay, if you miss this Quantum Boredom, you should uninstall. There you go. All right, he gets shot. He gets a 3-pointer. Most importantly, does pull it to a 6-point difference, a 6-point game here with 1:37 left to go. G-Runner, do you think it's possible? Do you think Giggles&Screams can pull this one back?
Yeah, come on. I want to see a big
Yeah, come
comeback, finally. I love those moments to cast, like when a team has a great comeback at a run and then takes over the match. I would be fine with that. It's just map number 1, Chase.
It's true.
Nothing
That's true.
happened yet.
We're being treated to some high caliber, some high octane play here in Zero Gravity. 6-point difference. Now, Team Gravity on the attack here. Martin going to be the disc carrier for now. Looking for a pass out to Viatrix, and that's what we've seen them do so many times. Always hand it to this guy and look for Affentary after, but the disc has been cleared. Nada is not going to be able to get to there in time. If he can actually meet up with Quantum off to the side, he might be able to daisy chain his way in and actually gets the shot. He's going to ding it again, but no, is C-Nox going to be, he's not going to be there in time, unfortunately. Long distance shot going to be coming in just to hit the islands.
It wasn't enough for them to score.
There's no defender.
Yeah, that was 3, but it was just an empty goal. And it was Martin III actually just putting it in, making sure they score another time.
See Nada with his hands on his face, like, he's probably just moving the headpiece, but either way. You know, it'd be so great if, like, in the downtime after the score, because I'm not sure if you can just, like, talk to each other. You just, like, you know, BM each other a little bit. I was gonna say a different word. But,
yeah, don't do that.
But nice Jason's here for now.
I just love how they prepare every time on Launchpad. Like, that looks so good.
It's like the human centipede. I'm allowed 1, right? I'm allowed 1. Come on, Renee.
Yeah.
All right, so we see the disc being cleared on both sides. It's a good bounce in favor of Giggles&Screams. However, Martin's going to be there again to get the read, to get that trajectory on the flight path of the disc. Goes for a pass over to Viatrix. He's not going to be able to catch it, but should be C. No, actually, he's not able to get. Affentary's able to get there in time. He goes for the juke. He goes for the bounce off the wall. Is anyone going to be there? It looks like Quantum Boredom might get there in time. No, he gets stunned up here. Now Martin III, he can go for a distance pass. He can go for a shot here, but again, he slows the pace down.
And they're positioning once again, trying to have a clean shot, but even against 2 goalies, Affentary here takes another score. It's 40 now on the side of Gravity, and only 3 for Giggles&Screams, and that was the 3-pointer, so they can do it, but so far they only did it once, and that's not enough.
So I wonder if there's like a hardcore version of Echo Combat or Echo Arena where you don't play with the wrist straps for the hand controllers.
Oh,
I could imagine the amount of broken things if someone played it like that because of how fast, you know, these guys throw a disc where they try to throw the disc.
It's not just the disc. I mean, you can see them, like, when they bounce off an island, they have to do that with their controllers. You see them, like, left, right with their hands and trying to push themselves off the island or off the ceiling. Like Nada now, That was a
That's not your
great pass
teammate.
to Viatrix, but unfortunately that wasn't a teammate. Sometimes it is important to remember colors, and that was one of those moments. And Affentero, yeah, he doesn't need to pick it up anymore because blue wins.
Yeah, I think they knew with there's like 5 seconds left. There's no way that they'd be able to come back into that one. But TeamGravity come out strong, looking for the 4-0 in today's matches. Now they're 1 round away from doing just that. So if we look at all the teams we cast today, Ducks Quack, Bounce, Eminence, BLT with Cheese, Karis, Gravity, Aftershock, Get Swifty, and now Giggles&Screams. I'm guessing Gravity's your favorite so far.
No.
Really?
I would rate BLT and Aftershock a bit higher than Gravity.
I'm not saying skill-wise, I'm saying your favorite team.
Then I need a losing team because it's more
BLT.
fun to be fanboy of a losing team than on the winning team. I mean, how about Eminence? Because we didn't saw them playing
How are you an
once.
FC Colton
They got
fan
dominated
if you
so
don't
hard.
want to follow a team that loses?
What?
How are you an FC Colton fan if you don't like to follow a team that loses?
I don't like soccer at all, so.
Oh, okay. I was trying to be edgy.
I
Didn't
shouldn't
work
have
out.
said that in Cologne. I'd probably get killed on the way back home, but...
Well, that's why you got a car and I have to take the train. But no, actually BLT probably has been my favorite, I think, from what we've seen so far today. But let's take a look at some highlights, actually, of that last map and see how things did go down for both those teams. Gravity, looking great. Honestly, I love their teamwork. Their passing's been like really on... I think their passing's probably been some of the best that we've seen today. Maybe BLT could come into like a close second, but I feel like even with Gravity having tougher times in these matches, their passing's been cleaner.
I think BLT has the better passing, but if TeamGravity excels on like stealing a pass, like in mid-air, they're not really good. Like Martin III did it sometimes. We'll see Affentero scoring another goal for them, but I think that's what they did way better.
Okay, so thank you, Mattas in chat. You would be surprised on the amount of stuff broken. Niles has broken his wrist.
What?
Twice. Wow, that's...
While playing.
Nice. Hey, he's committed. I like him. I mean,
Yeah.
he gave us such a warm welcome, you know, into this community casting. But you know, hearing that he's broke his wrist twice now makes me feel a little bit better.
Is it the most risky esport there is?
I mean, we talked about we've had like wrist injuries like in like mouse and keyboard sports,
sure.
but broken wrists I think takes it to a whole nother level. So extreme sport definitely down in my books. By the way, TeamGravity already scored.
Wasn't a surprise, so we didn't have to say anything about it. It was just TeamGravity doing their usual stuff. But Giggles&Screams, they still have a chance, but for that, they would need to take this round, the second round in this best of 3, the last match of today's show.
Oh my god, sorry, look how fast they got across the map. Viatrix went straight ham. They got too aggressive, and now they're on a 2-on-1.
Why did they pass? Just tell me, why did they do that long pass? There was no one behind them.
No? No, maybe they just don't want to be selfish. I agree, though. There was no need to pass. You had a 2-on-1. If you're going to pass, make sure to hit that pass so you can catch it. There was every opportunity for them to win that. And then also know, 2 players are being held up. Somehow, Martin III is keeping 2 players back there. Holy crap. How did Cianata not escape that? It was Quantum Boredom by himself in a 1-on-2. Martin III just going ham with his fisticuffs.
He's a hunter, basically. Just being there in the empty space, hunting for port. Opposing players and then stunning them whenever he can.
He definitely found it. Maybe it's the Giggles&Screaming that gave it away. I don't know. I'm trying to make something happen
on that,
here.
right?
It's starting to get late here over in Europe. 10 p.m. I'm an old man. I turned 30 in like half a month. So it's definitely getting past my bedtime. Again, look how aggressive they get. I think that's with them having that map, or not map, the round under their belt already, that they can play a lot looser. Again, in a 2-on-1, technically almost a 3-on-1. The defending side has been coming back from this, though, and already, Affentero, after how aggressive they've got, was able to get there yet again because of his work with Viatrix.
Yeah, they do good stuff, especially when like re-grabbing teammate, trying to boost himself. Oh, a bit of skirmish here. Martin III still in possession of the desk. There was a chance for Z to catch it. Now she has it. Is that a chance for Giggles&Screams finally score? But no, it's just Affentero waiting for the desk. Like, he was predicting that pass so well. And Martin III all alone in front of the goal.
Look at the mini-map. There's 3 players of Giggles&Screams, don't worry about that, has been on that side of the map and Gravity's side for the entire push that we just had happen, and yet they missed the shot. They didn't just like take a second to think about it and go for the easy 2 points. They're already up, was it 4-0, I believe? If not more than that. Yeah, 4-0. So there was no need to get aggressive like that, to go crazy. and hopefully we'll be back into the game shortly, or at least we'll get an update about what's going on.
I'm just really afraid of how much control they can have, like Gravity can have on this map without even being in possession of the disc. They're just like not on the desk. They're not in position of this desk, but of the disc. You saw that they were just keeping away everyone else from the disc. Like it's so easy for them to make a move up front, still with 2 versus 1. So
I mean, it was a Martin III. He kept 2 people back before. He was able to keep, I think, almost 3 back that time. Like he should not be able to just swing so wildly and not be punished. All you have to do is just stun him once, right? You punch him once, and then all 3 of you could escape, and you potentially could have gotten back in time if you daisy chain off of each other. But either way, I mean,
he was
I'm
just jumping
assuming
from
they
one
scored.
person to another one. He was just like, I punch you, and then I go over there, punch you.
He's playing like Beat Saber or something at that rate. Like, it's ridiculous stuff. I'm assuming they scored. We don't have an update about that. It looks like we're trying to get back into the game, but obviously going to be updated when we do know about that. But either way, Gravity looking, I think, clearly like the better team.
Yeah, I don't want to say it,
for like
I just wanted to find a good thing for Giggles and Screams, but I think there's no chance for him to overcome Gravity, at least right now. Maybe with a bit more practice. I mean, we're just at the start of this series. We're just started at VR League season number 2. So there's still a lot of room for improvement. And obviously it helps to see the competitive scene because that's something you normally can't, right? If there's no tournament going on, then you can't learn from other teams. Even if you do like, scrims and all that, it's not the same as playing someone in a real competitive environment.
When you're being casted at the same time, everyone's watching you, all your friends.
You hear Jason Kaplan talking nonsense about your strategies, saying it's so easy, and he's also explaining the game to you.
What are you trying to say? I looked in the general chat in Discord, and people were like, "Oh, their strategy's pretty good. They're actually
just
not
afraid of you,
up."
Jason, because you're so tall.
I am very tall, but as you can see, very brittle looking. So I don't know if that's the greatest signs.
You're brutal looking.
Brittle,
What's that?
like easy to break.
Always learn something new.
Almost learn something new?
No,
Always.
always.
Okay, as I say almost. How do you almost learn what that word means?
Almost learn something new. That won't work.
Yeah, but so as far as I know, we haven't gotten an update just yet about getting back into the match or not. But I'm assuming that, I'm assuming we won't be able to rejoin them because they have to invite us, and obviously they're not going to take a second while they're playing mid-match to invite us. And not to mention there was only like 3 minutes left at the time. I think we've already even passed 3-minute mark. So it comes down to if Giggles and Screams has beaten them or not to take it to a 3rd map. Otherwise, I think that might be the end of.
So do we now bet on it and then?
Yeah, I bet Gravity won.
So what do I get when Giggles and Screams wins?
You don't have to give me a ride home.
Great.
Even though I live in the opposite direction where you're going. It's
awesome.
10. There's like not many trains going on left here in Cologne at this time.
Buy a car.
Yeah, I don't need a car though.
You see the mistake here? Like, I need a car to get home.
Buy a car
car.
is not
I
a big
don't
deal.
need a
But
car.
if I have to pay $2 grand for a license here, when I already have a perfectly good license from the US.
You can't just use the same license. Does it not work?
No, you have to get a new one here. You can like legally drive here
So
for a
we
couple
don't
months.
trust American drivers?
Would you?
I'm not saying anything. I still need to enter that country this month. So I'm not
True.
saying anything.
I'm actually already talking to the IRS about you. Like, he hasn't answered that question yet.
Jason is just like, nah, you shouldn't
It's my
let him in.
second-hand job, actually. Besides caster, I'm an IRS agent.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that makes my life now horrible. I was really afraid. Going into the US the first time, I was super afraid of not making it. I don't know why. Like, there's nothing I did wrong. But I was still afraid, so it would be great to get back into the game, but it seems like we can't. That would be very sad.
I'm actually going to check the brackets really quickly.
Yeah, I mean,
to see if
Gravity should have won by now. It was 3 minutes, so those 3 minutes are definitely over.
Okay, so yeah, it hasn't been updated about who won. So maybe they're going to a 3rd map. We'll see. We'll see. We're just waiting for everyone to get back to us, the admins, to tell us what's happening and get underway. Hopefully we stop talking nonsense here. Okay, so we are being told... So we're not being told if it's over, but we're being told to like shut up and end the show. So you know what? They run the show here. We're just the faces talking.
We're
puppets.
just slaves.
We're the Muppets for them.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, it looks like we will be ending the show without a conclusion of that match. But from what we saw, Renee, let's be honest, it was pretty much going to be going Gravity's way anyways.
Yeah, I would expect so. I mean, that would be a big surprise if Giggles&Screams could take that and turn it around.
It
and then even winning the third map, that's it. Like, even winning the third map.
But that would be like the most epic comeback if they were able to do it. But I think we both agree, and probably most people out there agree, that that was definitely going Gravity's way. We do have a little thing we can show you of all the matches we had happen today and the scorelines from those, so you guys can see what we did have previously go on. We had Bounce first, Ducks Quack, and that did goes bounces away in a 2-0. BLT in a very dominating fashion pick up their victory as well. Yeah, there's two more. I was leaving you an opportunity.
Oh, yeah, really?
Yeah.
You finally let me play along. It's Aftershock beating Get Swifty 2-0, and then Giggles&Screams, that's the match we just saw. Well, we don't know how map number 2 ended, but I guess it is TeamGravity taking the win there and putting their score up to 4-0 because they didn't lost a single match so far if they won that mysterious matchup that we didn't finish.
That means them and BLT are both 4-0 because Aftershock, I believe, did lose to BLT, which put them at 3-1. So we do have our Kings of the Cup for today, but that pretty much does end our show. I believe myself and you, Renee, will be covering most of the things coming up VR related in the next few weeks for all of these cups. So make sure you guys always do come back to see our pretty faces and even more prettier faces. Let's do this for me. Yeah, on these shows. The next one, I believe, next week will be not Echo Arena, though. It will be Sprint Vector. So we're going to be actually taking a look at that in just a few moments. But any closing thoughts for you before we do, say goodbye for tonight?
Like I said, there's still a lot of room for improvement. Not saying that the teams are bad, but they will all get a lot better as soon as VR League gets started into Season 2 once again. So you should definitely watch that because matchups will get closer, will get a lot better, and I'm looking forward to see that.
And you know what? If you're one of those people at home that says, oh, this looks easy, I could kick their butts, you know what? Go over to vr.eslgaming.com and sign up and put your money where your mouth is because we want to see you compete and see if you can topple some of the giants we've had happen over these last and upcoming weeks. Guys, Sprint Vector will be our next show coming up next week. So here's a little video to show you what the game's about. And hopefully you guys enjoyed the show, and we'll see you next time.
The moment you have all been waiting for is finally upon us. Welcome, one and all, to the Sprint Vector Championship Intergalactica. I have gathered here today the galaxy's most skilled contestants to compete for your viewing pleasure. Did they come here for vengeance? Do they fight for love? Do they hope to earn their freedom? Is it for money? No matter what the prize may be, they all come here to win.
You better stay back there.
I didn't make this course too hard for